Alexander Zverev's horrible comment and Miami Open opponents clash with umpire. Alexander Zverev's award for overcoming British number 3 Jacob Fearnley at the Miami Open is a tricky clash with Australia's Jordan Thompson. Zverev, 27, overcame Fearnley in the round of 64 with a routine 6-2, 6-4 victory in Florida. The German, who is looking to bounce back from his shock loss to Talon Griekspoor in the first round of Indian Wells, already has a history with Thompson. Despite having a superior ranking throughout their time on the tour, Zverev has a poor record against the current world number 37. Over the course of their 7 encounters against each other, Thompson has recorded 5 victories, compared to Zverev's 2 wins. This less than favorable record against the Australian has often taken its toll on Zverev, who has allowed his frustration to get the better of him on some occasions. Express Sport takes a look at the history between the pair. In 2023, Thompson and Zverev were pitted against each other in the opening round of the Japan Open. At the time, Zverev was the world number 9 and an outside favorite to depart the land of the rising sun with the title. Thompson was a clear underdog, going into the clash as the world number 60. Despite the huge gulf between the pair in terms of the rankings, Thompson overcame Zverev 6-3, 6-4 in a ruthless and efficient victory. Instead of handing the praise to the Australian, Zverev berated his own display in a rather bitter-sounding post-match interview. Zverev, who only failed to convert one of the 5 break-point opportunities he created, said, "Today I played horrible. He played quite good, he served quite good, but it's just a very, very bad match for me. I don't know what to say." Meanwhile, a jubilated Thompson said, "I fought off 0-40 first game and I really got into the match after that. But I held on, I was playing an unpredictable style of tennis, and I think he didn't handle it that well in the first set and adapted in the second. But I somehow hung around." One of Zverev's few victories against the Australian came at the Canadian Open in August last year. The German found his best form, immediately taking control against the 30-year-old by winning the first set 6-1. After a poor first set by his standards, the writing was firmly on the wall for the Australian. Things only got worse for Thompson, as Zverev's baseline dominance saw him roar into a 5-1 lead in the second set. While serving to remain in the match, Thompson's cap bobbed off his head and into his non-racket arm, prompting the Australian to stop. Unaware of what happened, Zverev stepped forward and hit a forehand past the Australian, who stood motionless, waiting for the point to be halted. Except it didn't, and Zverev's weak forehand became a winner, and the match was over. The German offered to start the point again when Thompson argued his case, but the umpire refused, stating the point could only be replayed if the hat hindered Zverev and that a player cannot hinder themselves during the point. When the umpire called game, set and match, the frustrated Thompson protested before conceding defeat and shaking hands with Zverev and the umpire, the latter of whom did not offer any eye contact.